Hello Vlogmas, day 11. I got the weather report wrong yesterday and I've just realised I haven't done the weather report today. I'm going to do it at the front door again.
Bright sunshine, then it rained, now it's bright sunshine and then it's going to rain again.
Yeah.
It's called showers.
I know, I was up
passing through.
I was up for sunrise and everything today.
And the rain's coming down at a 45-degree angle from that way over there.
Excellent,
Yep.
thank you.
Lots of drops.
Excellent.
I counted.
You've got nothing better to do with your time.
I've got no.
Dear.
No. Can I go first? Because I
Yeah.
have got something that I need to be getting on with.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you very much.
11 at the top. Is it the 11th?
You're the 11th
Oh,
already.
it's a white chocolate again. Well, don't eat it.
I'm not going to eat it.
Oh,
You know, I can't.
that's a disappointment.
I'm going to have a torpedo instead.
Oh.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I did receive a birthday card.
Did it arrive today?
It arrived.
Okay,
So thank you
good.
very much.
Good.
Good luck.
Thank you. Well, Mum's has been brilliant the whole time.
Yeah, I'm no
Well,
problem.
I'll listen for a bit.
No, there's going to be no blur.
No bleh.
Is it a blue one? No, it's gold.
Gold. I can't remember what gold was.
Nice.
Nice. I know it's nice.
Grumble nutty.
Oh, scrambled nutty. I'm sewing Danny's Christmas present.
Yeah. And veering off
and
from
Sean's.
the pattern.
And Sean's.
You sewing my present?
No.
She's knit my present.
I've got to sew it together.
She has
now.
got to sew it together. It's exciting. And then she's got to pry it out of my hands.
Mm.
Yeah?
Mm.
Yeah?
Mm.
Okay, good.
Mm. Crunch.
It's a shame Dad doesn't like those.
Mm.
No, oh, there it is. See if I can get into it. Oh, it's another cream egg. I like those. Although I have just brushed my teeth, so I'm going to eat mine a little
Is
bit
it
later.
a proper cream egg?
No, it's the little midi one, yeah. Yes, right, I have giant mounds of fabric to cut out, so I'm going to get on and get that done. I haven't had to do this in ages, but because this is a tartan, I am going to need to cut it out on a single layer, and because the skirt piece of this coat are huge, I'm going to need to cut it out on the floor because it will not fit on the kitchen island. I haven't crawled around on the floor cutting anything out in years, so this is going to be fun.
One eternity later.
Believe it or not, that's going to be a coat. Just started editing the vlog. In fact, I finished editing the vlog and it's not very long today. I didn't film very much. I did do quite a lot though. So I did need to alter the crotch depth of the Tofino trousers, and I did that, and then I kind of realised that they are designed for a woven fabric, not a stretch. And one of the reasons I like the McCall's pattern that I'm wearing as much as I am is because it's not ruched or gathered around the waistline. It's very flat, which I think is quite flattering, and I was worried that the Tofino trousers wouldn't end up being as flattering as these ones. And then when I went to go and get the ponte that I have, the black ponte I don't have black ponte, I have black scuba, and I didn't want to make the trousers out of that. So I've altered the pattern for when I make it out of a woven next time, it'll be better. But for now, I'm going back to the drawing board on what to do with that really, really pretty French terry that Alex gave me. I obviously got the top, and I'm just trying to think what I should do about trousers. if I need trousers. I kind of like the idea of trousers. I have another French Terrier that I bought 3 meters of that I was hoping that I could get. Tumble dryer's finished. I have another 3 meters of a French Terrier that I was hoping I could get a set out of as well. So I need to have a think about what ones to use for the bottoms, because I really like the wide-leggedness of these trousers. So maybe I make the trousers and then I just use a panel for the top, possibly, because I really like the idea of the panelled sides, but obviously that won't work with these trousers because of the pockets. I could take the pockets out and I could put panels into it, so that's a possibility. So yes, I'm gonna have a play around with it, but it's not something that's a priority at the moment. So I got those done. What else did I do? I know I've done something else. Oh, Wilson sleeves. I also cut out, because I was gonna use fleece, fusible fleece to interline them, and I decided to use cotton flannel instead, because the fusible fleece that I have is a lot thicker than the one that was in the original jacket. So I'm thinking I want to err on the side of caution and not make these sleeves too like poofy, because that would be bad. Yes, I've cut. Oh, let me go and turn the tumble dryer off, because otherwise it's just going to beep again. That's better. I'm curled up under my blanket. It is 20 degrees up here, but I am just a bit chilly, especially having come from the kitchen, which was 24 degrees, and it's like, oh, I mean, it's not cold up here, but yeah. Wilson sleeves have now got their interlining, and then I moved on to Rianne's coat. That was a whole bunch of fun cutting it out of tartan. Because of the type of skirt that it is, I've just made sure that the front is straight and that the back is a straight line centered down the center back of the skirt, and then down the front there's a straight line. Because it's just so giant and loads of it's on the bias, I haven't worried about trying to match up the side seams, because it was either the fronts were going to be straight or the side seams were going to match, and then who knew what was going to happen with the front. So I thought people are going to see the front and the back more often. I've chevroned the back bodice so that I have an easier time and I won't have to pattern match the back bodice to the skirt, because I think, again, like I say, it's I mean, you saw earlier, that's that big large kind of moon shaped piece that I was cutting out, that's just the back skirt. You can imagine trying to the way that the waist seam was going, matching that would be nigh on impossible, I think. I've chevroned the back bodice, and so the skirt's just gonna go into a line, and then there's one of those little doodads that's going to go on the back to cover the back seam with some buttons. That's actually an extra that I didn't do on my red one. I've got little epaulets and then things to go around the sleeves as well, and I'm going to tack those in and see what I think about those being on there, because I kind of like the idea of them. But yeah, we'll see. It might not work with the type of collar that it is, because it's a very sort of thin shawl collar. So that pile of things that you've just seen is the lining, the interlining, and the outer fabric for Rianne's coat. I've already got the backstay made. I am going to put in some canvas for the front panels as well, just so that has a bit more support. Like I say, there's shoulder pads, there's sleeve heads going in, and then twill tape around the waist to help support that giant skirt. And I might even try and sew in weights to the front of the coat skirt, because I know with mine it can tip back a little bit, so that the waist seam does that towards the back, because the back of the skirt is very heavy. So I'm going to maybe try and sew in some weights around the front. I have bag handles that I could use around there, and then I also have some other things that I could possibly use on the inside, which I think is probably what I'm going to do, put it on the inside, because I think that's going to help. So that's done. So I've got quite a lot done today. I was hoping to get the Jackie dress cut out as well, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be 2 NCWs, the Jackie dress, the 9044, the McCall's t-shirt from last month that I need to do a sew along for. I'm going to trace that out and get that cut out, and then also the Dior style book bag. So I have a busy day ahead of me tomorrow, but that means that when I come, oh, I have the Carolyn pajamas as well, because I want to alter the crotch depth on those, and I want to do one of the mini tutorials that I do on how I do that. So there's a standalone one, because I know a lot of people mentioned that they found it helpful when I put it into the last video, the last sew along that I did. So I want to do that, and then if I have time to cut them out as well. I don't think I'm going to get all these things sewn before Christmas. Although I'm not seeing Rianne at all, unfortunately, over the Christmas period, because I'm staying down here for Christmas with mum and dad and my cousin, his wife and their little boy that's coming over from Singapore. And then I'm going to spend New Year's Eve with Wilson in London. I don't think I'm going to get to go up to Nuneaton, which is really sad. Although it depends what days Wilson has off after New Year's Eve. If he has more than New Year's Day off, I might see if he will drive us up to Nuneaton so we can spend a couple of days with them. But if he has to go to work, obviously, then we won't do that. But then I have like in between the Christmas period and when I go to Wilson's for making of other things as well. That's another reason I'm staying here for Christmas, is because it gives me access to my sewing machine more often, and it will give me more days to get more things finished. So I've ordered the new skin for Wilson's coat, so that should arrive hopefully tomorrow, if not the day after. If it arrives tomorrow, I can get the sleeves cut out, which would be really exciting. I'm hoping that by the end of this week I will have all of the sewing projects that I would like to get done this month cut out, and then that way when I get back from London on Monday afternoon, I have an orthodontist appointment to go and have some more x-rays and more detailed photos taken of the inside of my mouth. Fun times. But when I get back on Monday afternoon, I can just get straight into sewing, and that's what all of next week is going to be, is sewing. I kind of go through phases. I go through phases of wanting to cut all the things out and then sew all the things, and then I go through other phases where it's just like, oh, I just want to get something cut out, sewn and wearing it ASAP. So like just concentrating on one project at a time. I like both. Which do you guys prefer? Do you prefer batch cutting and batch sewing, or do you prefer one project at a time? Do you find it gets a little bit overwhelming if you have a giant pile of things cut out? Because for me, I when I'm in the mood and when I'm doing it, it's just one of those things, it's like, oh, let's get all the things done, and then I can just do all the sewing, and it's really nice knowing I've got like a stack of things ready to go. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below which ones you prefer. Are you a batch cutter, or are you a one project at a time kind of a person? I would be interested to know. Anyway, I was worried that today's video was going to be short, and I have waffled for nearly 9.5 minutes. So sorry I forgot the weather report this morning. I shall remember tomorrow, I think, possibly, we never know. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.